Hey, what's up, guys? Quick story before we get into it. Yesterday, the wife and I were outside and we heard this blood curdling scream followed by all kinds of expletives. And we're sitting there, like, looking at each other, like, what the hell's going on? I mean, I have never heard a human being make these kinds of noises. And I mean, it was so bad. I was thinking, it sounds like somebody's getting cut up with a chainsaw, but I don't hear a chainsaw. So I'm sitting there, racking my brain, like, what is going on? And all of a sudden, she says, somebody's hurt. So I take off across the street, going towards where the noise is coming from. And my next door neighbor across the street has been having some work done. Not really sure what's going on over there, but I see this guy run out, and there's a truck parked in the driveway, and it's got a trailer on it. The trailer's kind of cocked back this way. I can't see the back of it. He runs up, jumps in the truck, pulls it up like a couple of feet, and I'm running that way, hearing this god-awful screaming the whole time. And then guy jumps out and runs back there. So I'm up there now, and I turn the house, the corner of the house. This dude's laying down in the yard, in the backyard, just screaming, and he's holding his leg like this. You can tell his leg is not right. And apparently what had happened was the other dude was back in. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but there was a skid steer on the trailer, and it was partially off of the ramps when I got there. And I think what happened is the guy backed in to the other guy, got him pinned between the trailer. The ramps were down. I'm not really sure, but anyway, he got pinned between either the ramp or the skid steer and the fence, and it crushed his shin like completely. It was nasty. It was really nasty. So be careful out there, and if you do get hurt really bad like that, don't scream like somebody's murdering you, because that will slow people down trying to get to you. Just try to stay calm and say, help. That's what I do. All right. Anyway, yeah, it was gross. So I hope that dude's all right. I've recently had an influx of builds. Like 4 of them came in at the same time. So that's going to wipe me out of the internal air adapters, and I think stock adapters too. I've got an idea for the stock adapters. I think I can reproduce something like that 3D printing. Maybe not. I'll just have to see how that goes, but I do have a plan to try to print something. But I can't print this. That's just not going to work. I don't believe. But anyway, if somebody wants to make this, it's just got a through hole for the air tube, a little bleeder hole, and threads for a paintball bottle or CO2 bottle, and with a couple of holes down in there and a little pin to actuate the valve on the regulator or CO2 valve. So that's the story on all of that. Now, one of the people who sent me a lot of work, I've been talking to him for a while about this project that he wants to see done, and it's something that I've wanted to see done. A while back we started talking about, what's the absolute limit of what one of these things can do. And I said, well, I tried to find it with 8K, and I never did find it, because that's, where the programming of the circuit board ended. And I said, I always wanted to go for 10K. And he said, well, let's do that. Okay, I can't guarantee you it'll work, but I can sure try. So we got to talking with Sergey, And Sergey's like, okay, I need this amount of money. And the sad thing is, he sent over the files, and during the time that he sent over the files, and he was basically ready to accept payment because the ruble fluctuates so much right now. All that crap with, sanctions happened. So not even able to pay him for his work as of yet. And yeah, I can't get any more boards right now at this time. I do believe, yeah, this is going to wipe me out of boards too. So I'm not going to have squat when this is all said and done with. I do have some boards that I need to repair, so we might get into those. Anyway, the file he sent over, check this out. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. But this joker, it's got all the 5K. Come on. I think I got a bad connection somewhere. It's got all the 5K settings, and then right now we're at 5K. From here, it goes to 5,500, 6,000, 6,700, and that's because of something to do with the hexadecimal code. And you'll see some more of that. 7,000, 7,500, 8,000, 8,600, 9,200, 10,000. And as if that weren't enough, he said here 10.9 thousand and 12,000. So he gave me a lot of extra homework. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get past 8K. I believe we are, because also on the circuit board he gave me half millisecond pulses. I don't think we had half millisecond pulses with 8K. Yeah, we did. But I've learned a lot more about the whole system and how it works, and I'm going to apply all of that in this build and get it up to and as powerful as I can, up to the highest fire rate I can get it to work with. So yeah, follow me along for that. I'm going to be documenting it, and we'll have some fun with that. Yeah, so it sucks not being able to get boards. He did tell me, he said, well, here's where I get them from. You can even get them to assemble them for you. Here's my password, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Sergey, I'm not doing that. We're going to have to figure out something else. And we will. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, I mean, it kind of really does feel like everything's falling apart here. But it's not, because I've got, I'm learning FreeCAD, and I've got the printer on the way. And once I'm able to design parts in FreeCAD, it would be a lot easier for me to just send them out and say, I need this number of these parts, and you give me a quote, to anybody here who is a CNC machinist. So I haven't lost hope yet, and even if this is close to the end, we're gonna burn the tires off with this. All right, guys, later.